8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. May I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji, for joining. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Majri Leela Devidasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Leela Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and chatting so beautifully. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashmati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashmati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very nice to hear your sweet voice, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. My pranam to you and all assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Param Pavani Shama Devidasi from Baltimore, Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Param Bhavani Shama Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and chatting so nicely. And thank you for your services, Mataji, to the group. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumar Devidasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day without fail. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Benita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Shishmita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every single day and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. And all glories to your wonderful services, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devidasi from Omaha. Mataji, thank you so much for your wonderful services every single day and for every session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and all glories to your wonderful services. The way you put the verses, nobody else can do it. Hare Krishna. Krishna has sent you specially for this service, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. We have a couple more minutes. Oh. Did we also started recording? Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Akhanda Liladhar Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, 10th chapter, 5th verse. Before we hand over to Prabhuji, I request Param Bhavani Shama Mataji to take over from here and give a brief introduction about today's speaker. Over to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, thank you for the opportunity of this service. So, today's speaker is His Grace Akhanda Liladhar Prabhuji. He's a disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He was initiated. He joined the ISKCON in 2012 and initiated first, like Harinam initiated on 2013. And then he completed his Bhakti Shastri on 2016, then got second initiation in 2017. And this year he completed his Bhakti Vaibhava. Currently, he's engaged in congregation and youth preaching, book distribution, delivering lectures, and opening centers. For academic qualification, he has completed his Bachelor in Arts in Economics and Japanese language, and he has worked as Japanese language translator for 10 years. And he also learned Indian classical music for 5 years. He learned Vastu Sastra, handwriting analysis, numerology, etc. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Akhanda Lila Prabhu, and this was his very brief introduction. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Parambhavani Shama Mataji, for the brief introduction. We see Prabhuji on the call, but then again he lost his connection. I think so. Yeah, he came on the call. We can wait for a couple minutes if anybody wanted to introduce themselves. Yeah, Prabhuji is there. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining and giving your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I now hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Clear, no? Okay.
Yes.
Thanks. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devi Saraswatim Vyasam. Tato Jaya Mudiraye. Nashta Prayeshu Abhadareshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavatam Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya. Devaki Nandanaya Cha. Nanda Gopakumaraya. Govindaya Namo Namah. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So, paying obeisances to all the assembled devotees here, and by remembering my spiritual master and the founder Acharya of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada, I am resuming. I mean, again starting with this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 10, and verse 5, 5th verse. Just a moment. So, reciting this verse. Ashasano na vaibhrityah Swaminyashisha atmanah Na swami bhrityatah swamyam Icchan yorati chashishah. आशासानुनवैभृत्य स्वामिन्याशीष आत्मनः न स्वामी भृत्यतः स्वाम्यम् इच्छन् युराति चाशिषः. Translation: a servant who desires material profits from his master is certainly not a qualified servant or pure devotee. Similarly, a master who bestows benediction upon his servant because of a desire to maintain a prestigious position as master is also not a pure master. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 7.20, Kamaistaistarvritagyanah prapadyante anya devatah. Those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender unto demigods. A demigod cannot become master, for the real master is the supreme personality of Godhead. The demigods, to keep their prestigious positions, bestow upon their worshippers whatever benedictions the worshippers want. For example, once it was found that an asura took a benediction from Lord Shiva, by which the asura would be able to kill someone simply by placing his hands on that person's head. Now, this is a story of a Vikasur demon. Later, he was called as Bhasmasura. So, such benedictions are possible to receive from the demigods if one worships the supreme personality of Godhead. However, the Lord will never offer him such condemned benedictions. On the contrary, it is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Yasyaham anugranami harishyeta dhanam shanaihi. If one is too materialistic, but at the same time wants to be a servant of the Supreme Lord, the Lord, because of his supreme compassion for the devotee, takes away all his material opulence and obliges him to be a pure devotee of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj distinguishes between the pure devotee and pure master. The Lord is the pure master, the supreme master, whereas an unalloyed devotee with no material motives is the pure servant. One who has materialistic motivations cannot become a servant, and one who unnecessarily bestows benedictions upon his servant to keep his own prestigious position is not a real master. So here we end the purport. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So, after the appearance of Lord Narsimha, Shri Prahlad Maharaj pacified Lord Narsimha and there are some prayers, very important prayers of Prahlad Maharaj. Yasmat priya apriya viyoga sanyoga shokagni sakala Yasmat apriya priya viyoga sanyoga janma shokagni sakala yonishu dhayamanah dukkhaushadam tadapi dukkham athadyaham bhuman brahmami vadame tavadastu yogam. So when we pray to the Lord, now most of the people, what they do is that they directly they read out the list what they desire, what they want, the items which they want, they directly request or they directly mention that list in front of their Lord. Or even if they worship demigods, they have a list, I want this, I want this, I want that, please God, please do me. And similarly, there are some materialistic devotees who are also aspiring for that. But if you see Prahlad Maharaj's prayers, he very well understood the philosophy. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, na kavita, va jagadish kamaye. Mama janmani janmani ishware bhaktat bhakti rahe tu ki twai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu it's a very important prayer of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Shikshashtakam. Na dhanam, I don't want any opulence, any money. Na janam, I don't want any followers. Na prestige, I don't want any prestige. Na sundarim, I don't want any woman to enjoy. I don't want. No. What this statement can be we can complete that statement just by saying one no. But Mahaprabhu here saying again and again, no. Now why is it? Because to give a clarity to the Lord, see, I don't want this anything. I'm very sure about it. Navaya cherajam Nachakanikamanikyam vibhavam Nayacheham ramyam Sakala janakamyam Varavadhu Sada kale kale Pramatha patina gita charita Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me Shri Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me. So in this Jagannath Ashtakam, very nicely written by Adi Shankaracharya, and in that he is saying, Navaya, I don't want the kingdom. Nowadays, people aspire for duplex flats and row houses, but here it's a question of kingdom directly. I don't have such ambitions too. I don't want any kingdom. Nachakana Manik, I don't want any opulence side gems. At that time, there was no paper currency. So they were that time there was a barter system, and they used to exchange by gold and silver and gems and coins. So I don't want that. Nacha Kanaka Manikyam, Nacha Varavadhum. I don't want beautiful wife also. So I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. I only want you. That's it. Because whatever see, either animate or inanimate objects in this world, these are nothing but opulence of Lord. And Lord is the real proprietor of everything. There was once a servant, there was once a rich person who called his friend to his own farmhouse, and he showed his farmhouse, his garden, and very beautiful, very nice. So that person said, no, this is Lord's, Thakur ji ka hai sab kuch. By Lord's mercy, this is Lord's. It's not. Oh, such a big palace. Oh, this is also of Lord's. Oh, so such a beautiful wife you have, such a beautiful children you have. Oh, this is also of Lord's. Whatever he was appreciating, he was saying everything is of Lord. Nothing is my property. It's Lord's property, Lord's property. Then he asked that friend, then what is yours then? Everything is Lord Krishna's. Then what is yours? Oh, you come inside. And he showed a temple hall. There was a temple room. And oh, this temple room is yours? No. This is also is Lord's property. The altar he showed, that is also Lord's property. Now, one who is sitting in that that altar, that temple, that is only mine. So this we have to understand. Only Krishna is our. Rest everything is Krishna's property. But on the spiritual level, when you come to that level, that when you understand that Krishna is yours, the Krishna is not selfish, no? He will definitely give you the necessities, the objects to do some gratification. So in the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, he is not asking anything material, if you see. So this we learn from Prahlad Maharaj. You have to convince Lord first that I don't want anything material first. Yasmad priya, apriya, viyoga, sanyoga. In this material world, there are things happening which are good, which are bad. Now, these are happening as per time, circumstances, due to previous karmas. तस्सैव हेतु प्रयतेत को विदो यद ब्रह्मताम ऊपर यद तल्लभ्यते दुखवत अन्यत सुखम कालेन सर्वत्र गभीरमस्त. I don't pray for, no individual pray for misery, but still misery comes. Everyone is praying for happiness, but still misery comes, except Kunti Maharani. So we cannot imitate Kunti Maharani, but everyone is praying for happiness. No one is praying for misery. Even myself, I'm praying for happiness. I never pray for misery, but still misery comes. Still misery comes. So similarly, if you don't pray for misery, misery comes. Similarly, if you don't pray for happiness, happiness will also come on its own accord. So one should not engage his time in so-called increasing or improving his so-called standard of living on the bodily conception. He should always focus on that which cannot be attained even till Brahmaloka. Tal labhyate dukhavat anyata sukam. Tassaiva hetu prayate ko vido. Yad brahmatam upariyada. From hellish planets till Brahmaloka planets, throughout the 14 planetary system, one will not get that thing. One should aspire for that object, which you will not get in all these planetary systems. And that is love of God. That is love of God. That's why Prahlad Maharaj is convincing Lord, I don't want nothing. Why I don't want? Because in this world, things are happening on its own accord. Yasmat priya priya vyoga sanyoga. People meet with each other. People get separated with each other. Family comes. Family gets destroyed. Like passengers in a train. How we enter into a train, and there are some people we meet with each other, and whatever the station comes, someone wants to get out on that particular station, then that person will not leave for, he will not wait for you. अपना स्टेशन आया उतर गए. Similarly, जिसका स्टेशन आया, he is going to go. He is going to leave you. Either our station comes first or another person's station comes first. This is, we have to understand. Otherwise, what happens, even in practicing devotional life, it just becomes a ritual. Okay, reading Bhagavatam, okay, chanting, okay, I'm daily doing it, and becomes a ritual. Now, because there is no spirit involved in it, so making a ritual as spiritual, adding spirit in it, you have to meditate on the teachings, what you learn in Srimad Bhagavatam first. It's not how much you read, it's how much you are absorbed in the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is very important. It doesn't mean you should not complete Srimad Bhagavatam, obviously not. Okay, you have to read again and again. Then you read again and again, then you tend to remember things. And then getting absorbed in it and following the instructions what given in Bhagavatam. That is very important. That's a Prahlad Maharaj saying, Yasmat apriya priya viyoga sanyoga janma shokagni sakala yonishu dahyamana. Every living in this material world is suffering in sansar davagni, in forest fire. Dukkha tadapi dukkam atadhyaham. Whatever remedial measure one accepts in this material world, dukkham, aushadam, okay, medicine for removing misery. Whatever medicine he accepts, that medicine itself is creating multiple problems. This is the nature of material world. For example, a person is alone. Earlier he's living a bachelor life. Now he feel, no, I'm not enjoying life and it's alone. How can I enjoy? I need some partner. I need a girlfriend or a wife. Then he gets engaged or then he gets married. And when after getting married, then we are still not engaged. We still not enjoy. We need some more children and all that. Then they have children. Oh, I want to make them more educated than me, and I want to give more to my children. Even that is done. So things are just changing like this. We make plannings. We are just going on and on and on. Dukkha shadam, but we forget whatever additional thing we are adding, that additional object is creating more trouble for us. Earlier, we are alone, we were disturbed. In bachelor life, or when one is single, he's alone disturbed. He's just handling his own mind. The moment he gets engaged with another person, now disturb one plus there is another person disturb two. Now here 1 plus 1, disturb 1 here and disturb 1 there. When it gets combined, it becomes disturb 2. Okay, addition. And then again a byproduct comes a child. Then disturb 3. Okay, then you get entangled with other relatives. Disturb 4, disturb 5. Then you have more plans for enjoying your family life. Then disturb 6, disturb 7. Then you get a vehicle, you get opulence, you get more houses. Disturb 7, 8, 9. You just create, you increase your entanglement more and more. That is like a spider net. So whatever remedial measure we feel, this create more problems. If you see, that's why Prahlad Maharaj is convincing Lord, I don't want any material benediction from you. Very clear. So this is the very important part of a prayer, making Lord understand, I don't want anything from you. I want only you. Vadame tavadasya yogam. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, please teach me not to enjoy in this material, but teach me how to attain you, how to love you. That is the only teaching I want. Tulyanalavenapi naswargam na punarbhavam Bhagavata sangi sangasya martyanam kimutashisha. One cannot compare even a one moment of association with pure devotees. One cannot compare with living in celestial kingdom or celestial world for thousands of years. Even a moment of association of devotees. Prasangam ajaram pasham atmanam kavayo viduhu saiva sadhu shakrita saiva sadhu shakrita mokshadwaram apavratam. Prasangam ajaram pasam. Attachment to the material people, relatives, family, wife, children. Prasangam ajaram pasham. Attachment will create entanglement in this material world. Yasya sneha tasya bhayam. Chanakya Pandit says, wherever there is attachment, there is fear. Sneha dukkhasya bhajanam. That attachment will create misery for you. Sneha dukkhani mulani. That attachment is the root cause of all miseries for you. Tani tyakta vaset sukham. One who is very intelligent, he really want to become happy, get detached. Obviously, detachment doesn't mean leaving everything. Detachment means understanding everything in connection with the Lord. Okay, this is wife, this is Lord's. Children, this is Lord's. Money, Lord's. And using everything for the purpose of the Lord. That is real detachment. It's called Yukta Vairagya Uchyate. So, we have to convince Lord through our prayers. I don't want anything except I want your love. That's it. So this is what we have to convince. This is a real servant of Lord. So in this verse, definition of real servant, what we understand is Anya Vilashita Shinam. He don't have any other desire. Only a desire to please Lord without any reward. Without any reward. There is a verse in Gopi Geet. Sharadudashaye Sadhu Jatasa Sarasijodara Shri Mushadrisha Suratanathate Ashulkadasika Varadani Ignato Neha Kim Vadha. Gopis are saying ki we are so much attracted by your lotus-like beauty of your face, of your feet, of your hands. We are your servants, but unpaid servants. We don't expect any reward from you. We don't want any material. We don't want any salary from you. Ashulka dasika. Varadani, that's why don't kill us. What enjoyment you will get by killing us? Such servants who never expect any reward from you. And killing means what? Don't be separated from us. Because our only desire is union with you. And if you get separated with us, then we will get killed. You will be killer of us. So the only desire of gopis is to attain Lord Krishna's mercy, Lord Krishna's association. That is very important. Pranat dehinam pap karshanam. So whatever the only desire is that they want that Lord Krishna should touch their hand on their heads. That's it. So this is a mercy what. Similarly, we have to understand in almost all the prayers, even Kunti Marini says, Ratim udvahatat audha uddha gange vaugham udanvati mayit ananya vishaya gange vaugham udanvati mayit ananya vishaya ratim sakrid. That like a river flows into ocean without any barrier, without any hurdle. River just directly enter into ocean. Similarly, my attachment should directly flow into you. That's it. Atha vishvesh vishvatman विश्वकेशु विश्वमूर्ति स्वकेशु में स्नेह पाशमिमं छिन्नि दृढ़ं पांडुषु वृष्णिषु. Oh Lord, please cut my attachment to Pandavas, attachment to my family members, Vrishnis, because I don't have that much strength to cut attachment. You please cut. So that is the desire of pure devotees. Only desire is to attain Lord. That's it. No other desire. This is we have to check. How much we are progressing in devotional service or devotional life, how we will understand what desires we maintain. That is a test. That is a litmus paper. There was a litmus paper we used to test in the laboratory. Its colors get changed. Similarly, that is a test where what sort of desires you maintain in your mind. Obviously, the desires will haunt you, but which you keep and which you reject, that is a symptom, that is a sign whether you are a good servant or a bad servant. If you expect some reward from Lord, and especially a material object, then definitely we are not a good servant. If a devotee has a material hankering, material attachments, Lord is so merciful. In this purport is written, Yasyaham Granami. If Lord shows compassion to a particular devotee, whatever he is attached to, particular object, if he's attached to, Lord Krishna keeps that object away from him. Keep away that object. Because Lord Krishna is concerned about that particular devotee, that's why. Harishya tad dhanam shanay. Almost all the people in this world are materially attached. And Lord is very, very, very careful that his devotees should not get attached to money. And that's why if you see, especially devotee of Lord Krishna, most of them, they are not rich. They are either middle class, lower middle class, or higher middle class. They are not rich, because Lord is very concerned that he should not get entangled in material world. If he gets more money, then he will become entangled. There are some exceptions like Yudhishthir Maharaj. They were opulent. Even in ISKCON also, there are some devotees who are very opulent, but they are very detached. Like there is an example of Alfred Ford, who donated a huge amount for building a temple in Mayapur. So there are some exceptions, and Lord gave opulence to that person especially, like in Sudama case. Lord gave a lot of opulence. For what? Because he was very sure that Sudama is not going to get entangled. So that conviction should have. But similarly, whatever is coming in the middle of our path, Lord Krishna will remove that. So Krishna, there is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna kahe ama bhaje मागे विषय सुख कृष्ण कहे आम्हा भजे मागे विषय सुख अमृत छाड़ी विष मागे ये बड़ मूर्ख आमी विज्ञा से मूर्ख विषयके न दिव स्व अमृत स्वचरण विषयके न दिव स्व अमृत स्वचरण अमृत दिया विषय भूलैब. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One who is worshipping Lord, but at the same time he is aspiring for material benedictions or material desires to get fulfilled. So what Lord Krishna says, Lord Krishna doesn't reject that person, because there are four kinds of people who come to Lord Krishna. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritana arjuna arto jidnyasu arthati jnani che bharatarshava. These all are materialists actually. There are four kinds of people. There are one type of person who comes when he is in distress. Second comes for money. Third comes who is inquisitive. Fourth comes who is in knowledge. Who want to increase in knowledge. So similarly, there's four kinds of, they are all are materialists. But among them, Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate. Priyohi Jnanino Attartam Aham Sacha Mama Priyaha. Lord Krishna says that among all the four, the one who is in knowledge, he's best. He's better than those. And you have spiritual knowledge and you try to get convinced that, okay, I should not ask objects or material objects from Lord. We should ask Lord himself, that Lord, we want Lord, not objects from Lord. And he tries to understand what Lord Krishna, his potencies and his instructions, especially from Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So that person is better than those other three. So all these are pious, Sukritivan, Lord Krishna says. So that's why Lord Krishna doesn't reject them. He rejects the request done by the devotees. He doesn't reject the devotees. He rejects the material request or material applications done by the devotees. Material object applications. So similarly, Lord is so merciful that when he sees that that particular devotee, a mixed devotee, he is aspiring for material sense gratification and he's worshipping, he's chanting rounds. He's reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, he's associating with devotees, but still is aspiring for material objects. Then what Lord says is that I am intelligent, I am Vigya, saying Murkha, he is foolish, no? But I am not foolish. Swacharana Amritya, what I will do is that I will give nectar from my lotus feet to him. And then he will get attached to the nectar and he will forget for what he came. Sthanabhilashi tapasi sthitoham tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam kachan vichinvan apiti vyaratnam swamim kritarthasmi varam nayache. This is realization of Dhruv Maharaj. So when he was insulted by a stepmother Suruchi, he was determined to get a kingdom which is better than his grandfather Brahmaji. And for that, he was advised by his own mother Suniti that you better go to Lord Vishnu and ask from him, which is advised by his own stepmother. Because the stepmother says, if you want to have position in our kingdom, if you want to share property with your stepbrother, then you have to die first. And by the mercy of Vishnu, you have to pray to Vishnu first. And then die and then again take birth from my womb. Then only this will happen. So, Suniti Mata advises Dhruv that whatever your stepmother said, that is nothing wrong in it. She said 100% perfect. That you go to Vishnu. So where you will get Vishnu? I heard that Vishnu one searches Vishnu in the forest. Tassatu manya surverya dehina sada samudvigna dhiyam astadgraha dhritvatma padam grihamanda kupam vanogatam yat vanom gato yat harim asharayata. Prahlad Maharaj advises Hiranyakashipu, you go to forest, no, and take shelter of Hari. So this is the conception that one will get Hari in forest. For what? For which forest? Which one? Vrindavan, Mahavan, Tapovan, Lohavan. There are different one. so which is enchanted by spiritual atmosphere. And one performs austerity to attain Lord, and he worships as per the instruction given by spiritual master. Similarly, Dhruva Maharaj done that by accepting the advice of spiritual master Narad Muni. So when Narad Muni got to know that okay, Dhruva Maharaj is very determined to meet Lord, he just want to test his determination. And Narad Muni says, where you are going, my dear child? This is not the age. Okay. If you see in Prahlad Maharaj's case, Lord Narad Muni is teaching spiritual knowledge when the Prahlad Maharaj is in the womb of mother. And in Dhruva Maharaj's case, he's much more mature. He's in the much more mature stage where he's not in the womb of mother. He's a child and he can understand things what is right and wrong still. And now your Narad Muni is saying, why you are practicing devotion life? This is not a right age for doing that. So actually Narad Muni was testing his determination. Dhruva Maharaj says, no, I am very determined. I want to meet Lord Vishnu. Are you going to help me? Then please. And Narad Muni, then he just passes the test. Dhruva Maharaj passes this, and Narad Muni gives him realization and tapasa brahmacharya yamena niyamena practice brahmacharya and perform austerity and worship Lord according to rules and regulations set by the acharyas, and take bath at least thrice, and then perform austerity. Okay, eat whatever is naturally available. So accordingly, Dhruva Maharaj within 6 months he performed so much austerity. So earlier he was performing austerity on just on fruits, on roots, then water, then only on breathe, and then he stops the breathe, and Lord gets pleased and just comes in front of him, appears in front of him, and Dhruva Maharaj gets so much pleased with Lord. He uttered these words, Sthana Bilashi Tapasositaham. I came in this place by desire to attain a kingdom better than my grandfather Brahma. Tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam. Although I came with this material desire, but I wonder how could I attain such treasure which is even rare for the sages, for the jnanis, for the yogis. Tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam. Kachan vichinvan apidivya ratman. I was aspiring for the particles of glass. Glass particles I was aspiring for. But I never expected that I will get a jewel. Swami Krithatosmi Varam na yache. Now I'm so much satisfied, very much satisfied, and I don't want anything. I've forgotten what I want. So this is the pure devotion. This is the pure servant who never accepts anything, any material reward from Lord Krishna. Pure devotional service is this. Similarly, a real master is the one who just for maintaining his prestige doesn't give unnecessary facilities to the living entities or unnecessarily corrupting the new living entities. Like if someone asks, I don't know, for US is very normal, but at least in India still, in family who are very cultured, if a child asks cigarette to his father, the father will slap him. But if he goes to a cigarette shop and then he asks and he pays for it, he will get the cigarette. Even if he's not 18 years old, still he will get the cigarette. Similarly, demigod worship and the real master, the supreme Lord worship, there's a difference. Okay, whatever you ask demigods, one may get. This example of Vrikasur is given here. And Vrikasur was performing austerity, like, very rigorous austerity. Paratsya sadhanartham va. He's troubling his own body by performing austerity. This is austerity in the mode of ignorance. Tamasama jnana vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam. So this is the mood of a person who is in tamasic mode or the mode of ignorance. He performs austerity by troubling his own body and sometimes troubling others also, like tantrics, people who are doing black magics. They're troubling themselves also at the same time troubling others also. This is tamas. So similarly, Vrikasur was performing austerity, performing yajna, and in that yajna, the offering he was giving of his own body parts, of his own skin. He was cutting his skin, chopping his skin, and offering it into the sacrificial altar. And when Parvati sees, oh, what is doing? Lord Shiva, please go as soon as early as possible. And he was just about to chopped his own head. He was about to do that. Lord Shiva stopped. Why you are performing such a rigorous austerity? Such an hellish austerity. Why you are performing it? What do you want? Tell me. Because Lord Shiva is also father. And he will never like to see his son is in trouble. So this demon says, I want a benediction. So take the benediction. What do you want? So on whoever's head, if I keep my hand, that person should get destroyed. Okay, tathastu, Lord Shiva said. Take that benediction, no issue. And now Vrikasur is laughing, and he was aspiring, he was attracted to the beauty of Parvati Mata, and he was thinking of enjoying Parvati Devi. And he was thinking that still this Lord Shiva is there, I will not be able to enjoy Parvati Mata. And that's why I have to destroy first Lord Shiva. That's why he says, I want to test this benediction first. And Lord Shiva didn't test. You're doubting on me, on my benediction, but I want to test on your head. Lord Shiva is such a mischievous person. This is such a worst demon I've seen. He want to test on that person who have gave him benediction. He want to destroy that person. And Shiva was just meditating. Because I will never get destroyed, Shiva was meditating that I will not going to destroy it. If I don't get destroyed, then this boon or this benediction will become false. And then what to do? Then this Lord Shiva runs away from there and enter into the Shvetadi, where Lord Vishnu says, and he says, Lord Vishnu, you can only save me from this confusion and this problem. And then Lord Vishnu comes in the form of small dwarf, a small child, a Brahmana boy. And by his cuteness, he attracts this demon, Vrikasur, who was following Lord Shiva. And he says, why you are running so much? Oh, maybe you have got tired. You please sit down here, take this water and you just relax for some time. What happened? Then he narrated the whole incident. And then this child started laughing like anything. Oh, you're such a foolish person. I thought the demons are very intelligent, but you are such a foolish person that you kept faith in Shiva, he don't have his own palace. What he cannot give his palace to his wife. What he can give to you? How can you keep faith on such a person? He said, yes, you are right, you are right, you are right. If you really want to test, then test on your own head. I'm damn sure it is not going to work. And then as soon as he hears that, Vrikasur keeps his hand on his own head and he gets destroyed. Then and there. So the naming ceremony happened and then he was named as Bhasmasur. So this is a real master never gives any benediction which will spoil the devotee or which will misdirect a devotee. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna never ever entertained accepting material benediction or desiring for that. So a real master is Lord Krishna. That's why Krishna says, Shuhridam sarva bhutanam gyatvam shantinachi. One who understands I am the real well-wisher of all living entities, that person will attain peace. This is a peace formula. Considering Lord as the well-wisher of everything, the well-wisher of mine also. So that's why we learn from Prahlad Maharaj's prayers. Never ask, convincing Lord that I don't want anything except your love. That's it. I don't want any other material sense gratification. And trying to become servant like Prahlad Maharaj, only desiring for Lord's mercy, only for Lord's love. Because Lord is our real master. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Any questions you want to ask, you can ask.
Hare Krishna, Jai Prabhuji. Thank you so much for such inspiring and jolting class. It is so beautiful. I love you gave a lot of example from the scriptures, like You mentioned Kunti Devi's prayers, Gopi Geet, then you give the example of Dhruva Maharaj, and also you give the example of Lord Shiva and Bhasmasur, and also how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told that Krishna Kayama Bhaje Mage Vishayashu Amritachari Amritachari Vishaya Mage Shei Baramukha. So like these are like so wonderful. Prabhuji, I have a I want to see if someone has so I have a question like in your lecture you repeatedly emphasize the fact that we have to convince Lord throughout the prayers that we don't want anything from him, but we want him. But before that, I feel like I need to convince myself that I don't want anything from Krishna and I want Krishna himself. So like how I should convince myself like I want Krishna.
Okay, definitely you are right that before convincing Lord, we should get convinced. So, like before preaching, we should get convinced that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then you can preach. Similarly, if we really want to get convinced, Sadhu Shastra Guru, you have three things: a devotee, association, Shastra, scriptures, and Guru. Sadhu, Guru, Shastra, and Lord. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, given the three things: Guru, Shastra, and Lord. Krishna Mora Prabhu Tata Trata. Jivera Haya Jnana. I don't know the first line, I've forgotten the first line. Krishna Mora Prabhu Tata Jiver Haya Jnana. A devotee can get very well convinced that Krishna is my master, Krishna is my real wisher by three things: Shastra, Guru, and the Paramatma. Three. Now we are not that much on the level that Paramatma will make us realize. Now the two things: spiritual master and devotees, association, and second is scriptures. The more we get absorbed in the association of devotees, definitely not that sort of association where we mingle and we talk something material, or we, oh, this is association, we will go to watch movies and that, and then we do chit chat and then we have feast and all that. Well, that is also good, but definitely not movies. I'm talking about having feast, prasadam, that is good, but we should not limit our association to that. Association means discussion about spiritual topics. Prasangam, Satam prasangam mama virya samvido bhavanti ritkarna rasayana katha tajjoshanad pavarga vartmani shraddha ratir bhaktir anukramishati. One will progress in devotional life. He will get love for Lord or shraddha, faith in Lord, convinced. How is that conviction one will get? Satam prasangam. When he is attached to Lord's devotees. When he is attached to, what will happen? He will get liberated. Moksha dwaram apavratam. But by this attachment in devotees, association devotees, what he does in the association of devotees? He's hearing about Lord, he's chanting about Lord, and the association of devotees. By this, he will get conviction. This is what Bhagavad says. So we are doing sadhana, we are doing chanting, we are doing reading, but when it's not in association of devotees, it has a limited impact. But association of devotees, lot of impact. So conviction comes by association. A person is known by the group which he belongs to. If he is belonging to some gamblers, then he is called gambler. Although he will not gamble, but still will be called as gambler. Similarly, Prabhupada says, if he is among the devotees, he will be called as devotees. So conviction comes by the association of devotees, advanced devotees association, and daily, regularly getting absorbed in reading scriptures. Okay, so these are the two weapons we have in our hand. And then when we become pure, then Lord will reciprocate from inside. Okay, this is a next level which will come gradually. Okay, so conviction here comes with association of devotees, and reading scriptures properly. This is what Bhagavad says.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very concrete and very crisp answer, Prabhuji. I have one more if I see any hand raised. Oh, there's a obeisances for you in the chat box. And Prabhuji, I have one more question. You mentioned that we should not practice our devotional service as a ritual, but we should add the spirit in it to make it spiritual. So this one is so beautiful. Prabhuji, spirit means like enthusiasm, or like how do you define spirit here?
Spiritual absorption. We are getting involved in it. What I mean here is definitely enthusiasm is also there. Is involvement in it. Like person who is giving a letter with an envelope, but if there is no content in the letter, just an envelope, so then what the person will understand? So we must have the intent and content. There are two things: intent, intention, and content. So when you love someone, when a mother loves a child, the intent is very important. Content may not be that much important. Okay, when a child knows my mother loves me so much, so the content may be very small thing, but if the intention is pure, that is appreciated. But the mother, if she loves the child so much, then the content is also best. She wants that my child should get the best thing in this world to my ability. Similarly, when we are with Lord, when you are praying to Lord, so it should not be ritual. We are chanting Aarti, chanting Harinam. There should be some intent in it. Okay, and content also, both. So content we offer Lord food, prasadam. That is content we are giving. But the intention should be on involvement in it, no? कि please accept this Lord. ऐसे नहीं कि मुझे जल्दी से भागना है, जल्दी से खाना है, अभी चलो जल्दी से. So intent is very important. What motive you have behind doing this service, that is called intention. This is spirit. Okay, so this spirit is very clear. Then there will be enthusiasm also. Enthusiasm is triggered when you have some purpose to fulfill. If you don't, your purpose is not clear, then enthusiasm will not be there. So enthusiasm, like in cricket match, when the sports person has an enthusiasm to win, because the purpose is very, very clear. They want to give pleasure to the country, or they want to give pleasure to the teammates, or they want to win by hook or by hook. We want that World Cup and all that. So the intent is very clear. They want this. Similarly, our intent should be very clear. That what I want in my life. If my intent is clear, automatically the spirit will get involved then. Because we are not serious enough in our intent, we get distracted. Like a person who is preparing for IIT examinations or NEET examination or medical examination, his intent is very clear. I want to pass. So that's why he's performing hard, but the enthusiasm is coming automatically, although he don't like it, but still he's doing it. Because the intent is clear, very clear. I want this position as early as possible. Similarly, when your intent is very clear that, okay, I want to go back to God and I want to meet Krishna in this life itself, the enthusiasm will come automatically. Although you may not like to do something, still you will do it. This is what important.
Thank you so much. All the responses and throughout the class, every point you mentioned was so clear and comprehensible. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I see a hand raised from Shivakumar Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Shivakumar Prabhuji. Please unmute yourself and ask your question, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and out from school. Thank you for today's class, Prabhu. It was very insightful. Prabhu, one question on the material desires. I just wanted to hear from you, Prabhu. Does the withdrawal of material desires have a direct relation to the experience of higher taste, Prabhu? I just wanted to hear from you. in the line of param drishtva nivartate. It seems that dependency makes it hard to withdraw unless I experience higher taste.
Okay. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahetukam. So the formula is not that you have to focus on the detachments. The formula is that you have to focus on the attachment with Krishna. Detachment with the material world, focusing on that particular negating thing, negating, it will never work. Definitely higher taste. Now the higher taste will come with Krishna consciousness. So you are going to, now, for example, for the beginner, if you are going to tell him, don't drink tea, don't eat drinks, don't have it, don't eat from outside and all that. If you just say don't, then what he has to do? If you offer something which is much, much better than that, then definitely then it's very easy for him to leave those things which are nasty. So similarly, here Bhagavad says, Vasudeva Bhagavati, first focus on the devotional service of Lord Vasudeva, Krishna. Bhakti Yoga Prayojita, through Bhakti Yoga, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasam, all that. Then automatically, Janayatu, then there is a birth of what? Ashu Vairagyam. Soon there will be detachment come. And Jnanam and the spiritual knowledge will also, you will realize automatically. So first we should focus on how I should be attached to Lord. Now there are practical ways of getting attached with Lord is that chanting the holy name of the Lord rigorously, daily basis and increasing the rounds. That shows the taste in the holy name. And reading about Lord, hearing about the Lord, if we develop that taste, then automatically you will get less time for sense gratification. So not the other way around. It's a straight path. First develop attachment for Lord Krishna, automatically there will be detachment. Not completely, other way around, then first get detached and then you'll become attached to Krishna. That will never work. That will never ever work. Okay, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I don't see any more hand raised. Dear devotees, if you have any question, please go ahead. Shivram Prabhu, do you have another question? Shiva Kumar Prabhu, do you have another question? You can go.
No, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. So, thank you so much, Prabhuji. I don't see any other hand raised. We are so grateful to have your inspiring class today, and we want your association in future also. And with your permission, if you want to end the call here, so dear devotees, please unmute yourself and offer prayers to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpataru.
नमो नमः
अखंड लीलाधर प्रभु की जय।
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
राधे।
Wonderful class.
God bless you.
Radhe Radhe.